listening to Loop City Podcast. Welcome to Loop City. I am your host, Mike Skills. We are a group of five guys who love hoops, entertainment, and video games. Today we have Coach Miller and me. And who knows who may show up tonight. It's a late one. It's the holiday weekend. People traveling. Late game. But more importantly, on today's show, we're going to preview the NBA Finals. We're going to react to the Lakers coach hiring. We're going to talk about the Nets Kyrie potential contract drama. But first, we got to recap game 7 between the Celtics and Heat. If anybody saw this game, the Celtics were in full control. And at the very end, there was a little excitement when the Heat got
Yes.
down to 2 and Jimmy Butler had the ball. Like, Matt, what were you
Yes.
thinking in that when you saw Jimmy get
Okay.
the ball coming down the court with 14 seconds to go down 2?
I honestly thought they were going to hold it, go because normally, in my opinion, as a coach, when you're the home team, go for that tie,
Yeah.
right? But I understand what Jimmy was thinking, and I asked my pops because my pops somehow he's he played minor league baseball, he played single A baseball,
Mm-hmm.
but we talk all the time, and he thought Jimmy did the right thing.
Yeah.
You come down, you shoot the ball.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out for him.
Yeah. It just came up short. That was all that
Yeah,
happened.
exactly. And they honestly, the way the game was going, they should have never even been in that scenario.
No, no, no.
The fact that it came down 2, you get the rebound, Jimmy gets the rebound, he pushes the ball 3 to give him up 1. Like I didn't think Miami played the game they should have played tonight.
Mm-mm.
It was yeah. I was stunned when it just was. It was an interesting game to this evening. And sorry for my
I mean,
silence.
what you
I was
said,
shocked. I was shocked.
no, it is shocking. Jimmy had 24 at halftime, finished with 35. The rest of the team had 61, and other than Bam and Strauss and a few spurts,
Yes.
the Heat were just. I don't think no show's the right way. They just didn't play well.
No, it wasn't a no. It was.
They
I
just
wouldn't say
didn't
it was
play
a no
well.
show. Yes.
Yeah, they just didn't play well. No show is okay. You guys did not come to play. They came to play. They just did not
Yeah. Because
execute. They did not play well,
and
they
think
still
about
had a
this.
chance to win.
What were we all talking about the last couple games? Bam Adebayo this, Bam Adebayo that. Bam came to play tonight.
Yeah, Bam came with it. He was aggressive. He was attacking the
Exactly.
rim. He was defending. He was setting screens. He was in the action. He was hitting the floor. He was diving for stuff. It was just, like we said it earlier in the group chat. Tyler came in the game, gave them nothing, and I
Mike,
don't think he should have even played because in the second half he was
look,
in street clothes, right?
yeah, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna use bad language right here. So I apologize. Is this okay, Mike? Are you?
It depends how
okay?
bad the language is. Just
Oh, it's gonna be bad. Tyler Hero didn't do a motherfucking thing tonight. He did, and I'm not.
Nah,
and I
he
don't
didn't.
blame him, and I do not blame him because
Yeah.
I played basketball, played in the ABA. I've had the groin injury, and a groin injury is a bitch.
Yeah, he gave it a go.
Sucks. So I'm not mad at him because of that.
Right.
And so when I say he didn't do a fucking thing, I'm not mad at him because I understand. I've had a groin injury, and I'm not playing in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But it sucks having a groin injury. It really does.
I think he gave it a go, but it was one of those things that when you look at it, it did more harm than help the team. Like maybe he thought he was pulling a Willis Reed, but it was more like a "What are you talking about, Willis?" It was just it. Like I'm curious to see his plus minus tonight. I know a lot of the stat nerds.
Yes.
That plus minus is going to be nasty because while he was on the court, I don't think he got a rebound. I don't think he got an assist. I think he missed like 3 shots.
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
didn't
he
play
made
very.
any stops.
Mike,
No,
he didn't play well at all.
But he looked like he didn't belong out there.
Yeah,
That was the
exactly.
thing.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not
He
his
was
fault.
hurt. He should not have played. He
Yeah,
should not have been on the floor tonight.
And that's really the testament of the Heat, or the story of the Heat this entire series, is that they have looked beat. You know, Jimmy had to go out the second half of game 3. You know, Kyle Lowry has missed time. You know, so many different guys look banged up, beat up, and they just ran out of, you know, and the fact that they were beat up and Duncan Robinson didn't get any burn says a
In
lot.
fairness, though, look at Boston. Marcus Smart missed 2 games. I think Robert Williams missed 2 games as well.
Missed a couple games,
so it was kind of evenly matched.
Yeah, it was.
In a way, when we're talking about injuries, it was kind of evenly matched. But I just think Boston was just so much better defensively. And that's what I noticed tonight, you know. And I'm not mad. I get what Jimmy was doing at the end. I was when I was watching, because I was with my pops. We were at his best friend's house, and I'm watching the game. When Jimmy took the shot, that 3 down 2, I was like, oh, what the hell is he doing?
He's going for the win.
And that's exactly what my pops said. And I'll say this, man, my pops he has been on top of damn near everything. He was wrong on this one. No, and I don't say that lightly. My pops, he was a baseball player, but man, he's always on top of it when it comes to the NBA. He typically gets it right. And I've got something later on when we go to our finals preview. I got something from what my pops said.
Okay, because
and I'm with him on it.
Because I was watching it live, thinking, while watching it live, I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, as soon as they got the rebound, it's like you're home, you go for the tie, you're on the road, you go for the win.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, Mike.
I mean, that's what we're taught. That's what we've been taught from Little League basketball.
You're at home, go for the tie.
Yeah. So I was kind of surprised by that. But then when I watched the replay where it was like, he had the shot. You know,
he was open.
It was a good shot.
Open.
You know, he had the shot. So it's like, on the one hand, you know, you missed the shot and people, you know, but they should have never been in that game. The one thing I was thinking about was, I thought for a second they were going to give him the most valuable player trophy for the Eastern Conference Finals. And I was sitting there like, don't do that.
I won't lie.
And I'm willing to bet. Hey, I got a theory. I feel like they said they were going to give it to Jimmy, and I think Jimmy was like, nah, man. I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit.
I knew it was over, me and my pops, we left. I'm guessing it was Jason Tatum was MVP. Right?
It was Tatum.
Okay, yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Fair enough. He deserved it.
But the player of the series.
Yeah, Jimmy was the best player in that series, but they lost. So I understand.
Exactly. So I understand that.
Absolutely.
I feel for Jimmy though, man. And this whole series I'm watching it, and the Bulls fan in me is just like, he could have still been on the Bulls, man.
But Mike, remember what you said. You're not that guy who roots for a team anymore.
No, I'm not. But it's like that deep down inside is just
I understand.
Like, the Bulls could have had this guy and built around him.
Mike, I understand what you're saying. You see this. Yeah. I understand.
It's just always my theory. Is like, I understand they had to break that Bulls team up, but damn, man, like it always. And this is not exclusive to the Bulls. This is to any team in the league. I'm always like, there's only 20 top players in the league, and if you don't have one of those top 20 players, your goal is to either get one or draft somebody that could become one day.
Remember, Mike, they got Lauri Markkanen and they got Chris Dunn. And I'm a Markkanen fan, but he's not that guy.
Yeah, but
he was good this year for Cleveland, but he's not that guy. Yeah. But they did get Chris Dunn, who was like, what was Dunn? 6th pick in the draft?
Yeah, but again, they took a swing at trying to build up and get some guys in the draft. And it didn't work out versus you already had a guy, and it's kind of like, I think sometimes teams think the grass is greener. But
Yes.
with that said, to another team that's done well in the draft, this perfect
Yes.
segue. It's the Golden State Warriors now getting to match up with the Boston Celtics. The Boston
Yes.
Celtics historically lead the NBA in most finals appearances. I think today made 28 record finals appearances. And in addition to that, the Warriors have been the hottest team, and this makes their sixth finals appearance in the last, what,
8 years.
seasons? 8 years?
8 seasons. Yes.
So I'm just gonna come right out. Who do you got, Matt? Who do you have in
I'm
the
going to
series?
take the gold. If you saw my tweet, maybe this last week, maybe it was a little longer than that. I got Golden State.
Okay.
Like going, and this was before any of the conference finals started. Either way, I had Golden State and I had Miami. I
Mm-hmm.
did. I had Miami. I had Golden State. I had Golden State overall. I'm sticking with Golden State.
Okay. You think
I
they're
have
gonna
to.
think they're gonna get some
Yes.
revenge on
Well,
Marcus Smart for
yeah.
turning Steph's
Uh,
ankle?
that's fair. I like this matchup for them because I think, and I know a lot of people are like, obviously you got Wiggins. He'll probably guard Jason Tatum, and Wiggins has been fantastic defensively. He's borderline all defense,
Mm-hmm.
and but I just think it's one of those things like you got Klay Thompson. He hasn't played in what's it been? Damn near 3 years, right?
Been there 3 years, yeah.
And he's been great. Like as the games have gone on, he's been so much better, and he's making shots. I think it just sets up perfectly for Golden State. And
Yeah.
anybody who knows me, you can go to my Twitter. I'm the Steph Curry guy. I love Steph
Mm-hmm.
Curry. I love Golden State. So I'm not just saying that to be biased, but I've got Golden State over Boston.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and
6 game. I think it's going to be in six. Or I wouldn't be shocked if we get a game 7 in this though.
okay.
I'm going Golden State in 6, but I wouldn't be shocked if it goes 7.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, and I honestly can't pick. This is I feel like this season, and this playoffs have been so topsy turvy that it's been hard to predict. I mean, it's always hard to predict, but
It
it's
is.
like the moment I think I got a handle on the series, it goes a different way.
Yeah, exactly. Then you don't have a handle on it anymore.
Yeah, I really think. I think obviously the Warriors have the advantage in the fact that they have the championship pedigree. They have the coach
And
that's
they
been there
and they've
before.
got home court.
They've got home court, which definitely matters in these big games. I'm not going to
Mhm.
say home court doesn't matter.
Yes.
I think both teams can win on each other's home court. I think Golden State is going to be tough place to play. That team,
Well,
that arena is going to be fired up
yes, home
for the.
court is important, but we just saw tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Boston went on the road and won a game 7.
Yeah. The other thing is, um, in addition to Steve Kerr, the coach, I'm
Mm-hmm.
also looking at Draymond, Steph, Clay, their experience, Iguodala on the bench,
Yes,
giving
if he
in his
plays,
head
yeah.
in. I mean, even if he doesn't play, his having the ears of the younger guys, particularly Jordan Poole, who he has a great
Mm-hmm.
relationship with.
Yes.
Those are the things that I think really give them the edge in the series. It's not so much. This isn't the same Golden State from
And
3 years
Kevon
ago.
Looney he's been a
Yeah,
champion.
Kevon Looney is champion. He's been there too. I think that gives them the edge in the series of that, along with home court. I think Boston's margin for error is very small. I think if there's any game, I think Boston cannot afford to let games slip away in this series. I think
Yes.
that's the difference between
Mm-hmm.
Miami and Golden State. Miami, you might be able to slip a game to them because they might slip a game to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Golden State, on the other hand, even though they have turnovers and they get kind of sloppy with the ball when they get running and gunning and they start
Mm-hmm.
when they start front running, I think Boston has to play a really disciplined game.
Absolutely.
Obviously, they have to defend. They They have to do all the things they've been doing since, mid-January when everything clicked. And more than anything, they have three guys that can switch. That intrigues me on the defensive end
Oh,
because
absolutely. Yes.
that
Yes.
is the most intriguing thing for
And
me is
I would
that,
say they have more than three
oh
guys
yeah, no, they
because
have more than three guys,
yeah,
but
yeah, because you have Tatum, you have Jalen Brown, you have Marcus Smart, you have Al Horford. They got
mm,
four guys, and off the bench you can bring in what's his name from the Spurs, Derek White.
Derek White, yeah, I was thinking
Yes,
about
they've
Derek
got guys.
White.
Yeah, exactly. They
Yeah,
get
they've
guys
got
who can
guys.
do it. Yeah, and then if you need a guy who can make shots, Peyton Pritchard can make threes. We saw it against
Hmm.
Milwaukee. He wasn't much of a factor in this last series with Miami, but Peyton Pritchard's a guy who can come in and make shots.
Exactly. And I think he'll get more run this series going against Golden State, especially with Steph and some of the smaller guards on the court. Whereas with Miami, they have a lot of big guards and they can really
Yes,
play him off the court really quick. I think the other thing that's going to be important in this series is I think Al Horford
yes,
could really have some fun, could really make Draymond work, put some body on him because
yes.
really Draymond, other than Jokic, Draymond's kind of had it easy this playoffs, and the couple games he played when Memphis switched up and brought Steven Adams on the court. He's had a lot of tall guys.
Well,
Al
I mean,
Horford is a
well,
big guy.
yeah, in fairness, though, when he had to go against Jaren Jackson Jr., that's tough because
Oh no no
Jaren
no no
Jackson
no.
Jr. is fantastic.
Yeah, but what
So,
I'm saying
yeah,
is like Al Horford could take him down in the post and really
yeah,
punish him. Whereas like a young guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., he's not going to do that primarily. He wants to
no,
do the
that's fair.
sexy things. He wants to
Yeah,
shoot. I'm saying Al Horford, not only can he take Draymond out on the perimeter and get the mid-range jumper or the three, but he can take it down in the post and really just back him up and put some weight on him and wear him down. Like again, these Warriors are older, albeit Al Horford is like probably the oldest guy left active in the series,
yes,
but
yes.
he's rejuvenated. I don't know if
But
he's
here's
up
the
in
thing, though,
Boston.
with the
Maybe he got the
Warriors.
TB12 method. Maybe he's
But
eating
look, the Warriors
avocado
are
ice
older.
cream.
The
Yeah,
Warriors are older, but they're playing Andrew Wiggins. He's still a young guy,
yeah,
27, 28 years
right,
old. They're playing freaking my man out of Arkansas, Moses Moody, is getting minutes, and he's been fantastic.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they've got Kuminga.
Hmm.
Obviously Wiseman can't play because of the injury, but they're playing the young guys. It's not like it's
Yeah,
just the veterans, and you've got guys who they're playing who weren't a part, like Otto Porter Jr., who's been hurt. And I think that's a big thing we have to talk about. If Otto Porter Jr. can't play, I think that's huge.
oh
But
no, that is huge.
yes, but if Gary Payton Jr. can play, that's
Hmm.
also huge for Golden State. They need
Yeah,
him
they
because
definitely
he's
do.
great. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I hope they all play. I like that's what I loved about this Boston and Miami series is that guys were hurt, but it was almost like they were all hurt in the same games. But when it matters, both teams were both teams. All the guys played,
Absolutely. This is gonna
and
be a
that's what I want
fun.
to see.
That's what I
It's
want to. That's what we all want to see. We want to see
yes,
healthy teams. We want to see guys play. We want to see an even matchup, and more than anything, we want to see the stars. We want to see these guys out
yes,
there doing
yes.
what's necessary, making plays, defending, shooting threes, running the floor, all of that. And I think this series could be really, really intriguing. Like honestly, I think we got exactly the matchup we deserve. Obviously, we didn't think Phoenix was going to go out the way they did, and
No. Well,
Dallas go
hey,
out the
Mike,
way they
Mike,
did.
let's
But
be
I
honest,
think
Mike. We didn't think Phoenix Dallas was going to be Phoenix. We thought it was going to
no,
be
no, no.
Golden State Phoenix.
We thought it was going to be Golden State Phoenix, but all along we were like Golden State has the pedigree to get back, and
Yeah,
so I'm not really
yeah.
surprised at
Oh
this
no,
point.
no, no. I don't think anybody's surprised with Golden State. And Dallas had Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and not much else in those last couple games.
It is what it is, but they still had Luka Doncic.
Yeah, so the finals start this Thursday. So be
Yes.
sure to tune in for that. We will be doing rapid reaction pods
Yeah, we're
following
going
every
live. We're going
NBA
to go
finals
live.
game.
Yes.
We're gonna go live after every game, and then it'll be up on all streaming platforms the day after. But before we get to that, we got to cover some other news of the NBA this week, and we're going to do a quick rundown. This is going to be a short pod for everybody listening. Something good for you over the holiday. The Lakers filled their head coaching vacancy, hiring Darvin Ham, who was an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks for the last several seasons, and a previous.
And I believe he was an assistant with the Lakers when they had Kobe.
Yeah, he was a previous assistant with the Lakers, former NBA player, played some time in the Milwaukee Bucks and Milwaukee Bucks organization, veteran player. What do you think about this hire? Because
I'm gonna go to this. Yeah, I'm gonna go to this because
pros and cons. Pros and cons.
Well, it's tough, but I'm gonna go to this because I was thinking about it when I was with my pops and my pop's best friend, and we were talking about this. I want to say it was 96, 97-ish, right? I believe Darvin Ham, I think he played for Texas Tech. They make it to, I don't know if it was the Final Four or not. But
I think it might have been like the Elite Eight or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm going with this, right? Darvin Ham was the one. He gets a dunk and just a warm-up type deal, shatters the backboard. That's who Darvin Ham is. So yes. And Mike Skills, man. Hey, Mike, I understand. We have other people who don't want to, go into our age, but man, we're damn near 40 years old. These are our guys. This is what we saw. Like when I was like in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, I can't remember what happened. But he shatters the backboard. That was a big deal back then.
It really was. And it's kind of like Iverson when he stepped over Tyronn Lue, and then Tyronn Lue defended him well for the rest of the series. Like,
absolutely.
I remember when Tyronn Lue was a rookie. And now he's a head coach.
Exactly. And these are big. And I'm not saying that like because Darvin Ham he was a great NBA player. He absolutely wasn't.
Right.
I actually think I'm so glad. I think it's been long overdue for Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham should have been an NBA coach within the last couple of years. I'm so excited that he got this job. And obviously, he's coaching. He's going to coach the Lakers now. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I want to see how it goes.
So you're in the belief that there is no way they can trade Russell Westbrook, and obviously they're not trading AD, so they're going to run it back.
No, I don't think you can't trade Russell Westbrook because he's in he's got an expiring contract.
Right. But
which means you can't absolutely trade that contract.
Okay.
It just
yeah. Like I don't want to say anybody's untradeable. I like to say it's unlikely, but stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened.
If you asked me this a year ago, I would say absolutely not. You can't trade Russell Westbrook. Now, expiring contract. That's a valuable thing in the NBA now. Expiring contracts.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's very valuable. And when you're speaking of contracts, the news also came out this week that the Nets are mulling whether they should offer Kyrie the max. And I got to say, I don't blame him. I mean, he's 30 years old. And he's in the prime of his career. My question is, and I was going to do a rant at the end, but I think it's better in the conversation.
No. Hey, Mike, you got your rant. No, you do your rant.
Because I want to ask this question. I don't want it to be rhetorical. I want to ask you this question. When has Kyrie played 75 games? When was the last time he played 75?
Off the top of my head, I'm not looking at my stats. You see my hands? I'm not looking, and I have no idea. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess he's never played 75 games.
I mean, he's played,
and I don't think that's a bad thing because I'm one of those who thinks 82 games is too many, but I've never seen him play the 72, 75 games.
I'm looking at his basketball reference, and I don't think 82 is too much. I think And again, we grew up watching Jordan, watching Kobe, all the greats.
Yes.
Not everybody can play all 82 games. I get that.
No.
But I'm looking at Kyrie's rundown. This is his rundown for his career. 11-12 in Cleveland, 51 games. 12-13 Cleveland. Now, in fairness, 11-12 was a shortened season.
Yeah, 66 games.
Right. So now we go to the 12-13 season, 59 games. 13-14 season, 71 games. 14-15 season, 75 games. 15-16 season, 53 games.
Wait a second. Did you say 75?
Yes.
Okay. I like it. I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Good job, Kyrie. Okay.
But now 16-17 season, 72 games. And then after that, you have 60, 67, and then 20, 54, and 29.
Hey, I see where you're going with this, Mike. It's those last three seasons. It's those last three seasons you mentioned.
If I'm Brooklyn, I've barely gotten 100 games out of. I've gotten 103 regular season games out of Kyrie Irving.
How many seasons?
3 seasons.
Okay.
In 3
103,
seasons.
so we're looking at 82 games. So you're looking at, let's just say 35 games a season, right?
Roughly.
That's just off the top of my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I offering that guy a 4-year, $200 million contract? Because, and a lot of people try to say it's about COVID. It's not about COVID. COVID was just this year with the league protocol, him deciding not to get the vaccine.
It was a little bit last year too.
Well, what I mean as far as the vaccine mandate.
Okay. Oh no, fair enough.
Yeah, COVID has been going on for 3 years. We're currently in season 3 of COVID experience. 2020, he refused to go to the bubble for whatever reason. He was like, we shouldn't be playing. We should be protesting, or we should be doing something else, et cetera, et cetera. Then 2021 comes around and plays handful of games, plays 54 out of 82 games. Okay, has some injuries.
Yeah, that's fair.
The year before that, 20 games. 20 games.
I'm saying this because we have to remember it's Brooklyn. We've got Joe Harris under contract there. He was injured this year. If he plays, that's a different basketball team. I'm gonna say this, and I know most people are probably gonna, oh man, Coach Matt, you're a fucking idiot. You're this and that. I'm bringing back Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna bring him back because I think if you have the full team intact, we saw what happened a year ago, and I think it's fair.
So,
Kevin Durant. Hear me out. If Kevin Durant takes a half a step back on that jump shot a year ago, they're probably in the NBA Finals. I think that is very fair.
Oh no, that's very fair.
Yeah, I know it's not what happened, and I get it, but I think you bring Kyrie Irving back because we know Kevin Durant. That's his guy. You got to bring him back.
You're kind of
breaking. That's where I'm at with it, though.
Okay.
And if you disagree, that's fine. That's why we do this.
Here's the only thing I push back. His talent is undeniable. What he does on the court is special. There are not a whole lot of guys in the NBA that I would pick ahead of him. However, the best ability in professional sports is availability.
Yes.
And if I'm the Nets, I probably give him, if I give him that 4-year deal, I make it very incentive heavy. And when I say incentive heavy, I'm like, look, you need to play a certain percentage, play a certain percentage of these games. Damn, I can't talk right now. Play a certain percentage of these games. And I need you to be a leader for this team and this franchise. I need you and KD to anchor this and I need you to build some continuity. So I'm not giving you a 4-year guaranteed. I'm giving you maybe the first year guaranteed, second year team option, or third year team option, fourth year team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I,
Absolutely.
that's what I'm doing. That's all I wanted to say about it, because it's
No,
just
no, that's
like,
fair. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm
because
actually with you
because
on
this
that.
conversation about Kyrie has gotten very like, oh well, it's just the vaccine. No, no, it's not just this year. This has been an ongoing thing with his career. It's just like Chris Paul with injuries. You know, it's like Derrick Rose with injuries. Like, I have a Derrick Rose
Yeah.
jersey. I'm a,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah, but also he's older now. He's in
yes,
his 30s.
right. He just turned
That's
30.
what we have to remember that.
Yes,
Yes.
this
And
is
I
it.
think, and I'm a fan of the guy. I'm one of those guys. When you're between 28, 32, 33, you're in your prime, but I still get it. Like Kyrie Irving, you got probably a 2-year window. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to be very careful with Kyrie. And
Yeah,
I'm one who's on the Kyrie bandwagon.
yeah.
Yes, I know it's unpopular, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah. So, well, with that said, this has been a very good conversation. This is great. Me and you, we got to hold it
Yes.
down for the whole squad. Shout out Pete
Yes.
Toll, shout out Gonzo Star, shout out Rav Ram, the whole team.
Yes.
I mean, as always, this is the Loop City Podcast. We do this thing from time to
Mm-hmm.
time,
Hey, real
weekly.
quick, Mike, I
Mm-hmm.
don't mean to interrupt you. We got to do this, man, because we're going to be on here now. A game is going to happen, man. Me and you got to do it. Golden State, Boston. What's our picks? How are
Okay,
we seeing it? Yeah, I think we got to do it.
I got Boston in 6.
Okay, I'm going Golden State in 6. I got Golden State in
And the
6.
only reason I say Boston in 6 is because it's back to the 2-2-1-1-1 format.
Yeah, no, no,
If it was two three
absolutely.
two, nah, I ain't
Yeah.
touched no dice. So no dice, no dice.
I
So you
had to
got
do that to
Warriors in
you.
6. I
Yeah,
got
I
Celtics
had
in
to do it
6.
because
Mm-hmm.
the next game is like the finals start Thursday.
Yes,
We're not, you know what I mean. We're gonna go live Thursday, but we got to give our little prediction, just me and you.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We gave our
yeah.
predictions. The rest of the guys can come on Thursday. And again, we will be coming on live after
Mm-hmm.
each finals game. It will
Yes.
be up on YouTube immediately following. So if you missed it live, you can watch it. Also, we'll be updating. It will be up on all platform streams. Be sure to follow the podcast at the Loop City Podcast on Twitter, Loop City Podcast on YouTube, and of course, like and subscribe at everywhere you listen to podcasts: Spotify,
Yes.
Apple, Pandora. And with that said, we are 5 guys, love hoops, entertainment, and video games. Until next time, I'm your host, Mike Skills. This has been Matt Miller. Peace, y'all.